the good reasons in terms of enhancing capacity for food and nutrition security, employment opportunities, local capacity to satisfy demand, as well as develop capacity for export. In addition, of course, to opening up employment opportunities and business opportunities for women and young men in our country. So we came here, and of course, the dairy sector is a very significant sector in the transformation of the livestock sector. So we came here to harness ideas, to learn from shared experiences and knowledge, to develop partnerships, and of course, to be able to enter into networks that can all help us in driving the reform process in Nigeria. And I must say that it has indeed been a wonderful opportunity and enriching experience. And for that, I would like to join all the other previous speakers in commending the organizers of this conference for the tremendous value addition, I believe, to all of us, the participants. So another round of applause, please. I would like to say that we have a lot to take back home, and we've begun discussions with many stakeholders, and we look forward to taking this further. So I thank you most sincerely for this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. India.
Good afternoon, Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Animal Resources, all the distinguished guests. Apart from representing India, I also represent the International Dairy Federation in the capacity of its board member. And first of all, I think let me also take this opportunity to compliment Government of Rwanda and the Rwanda National Dairy Platform for successful organization of this event. Please join with me a big hand. This successful organization of such an event is actually reinforcing the commitment we all have together for development of the dairy sector. Last year, Honorable Minister, India hosted the first ever such regional conference for IDF in India, and we have gathered here for the first ever such regional conference in Africa, the second one for the IDF. We have seen the presence of researchers, policymakers, practitioners, academicians, policymakers, dairy farmers, and they all were freely exchanging the ideas, their views, and it is actually very true to the theme of this session for the sustainable dairy for a prosperous Africa. The provoking sessions what we had over the period of last 3 days, it has also provided a platform for all the stakeholders to discuss various challenges related to animal breeding, animal health, more importantly, animal nutrition in the context of African countries, and also for the emission reduction, processing value chain, value addition in the milk, even the school milk programs. And all these together, I think it has equipped all the participants with the necessary tools and the knowledges to also deal with such challenges going forward. I think as the largest milk producer in the world, India stands committed to provide all necessary support to all the African countries who are present today. We'll be very happy to provide such support, because we also have a predominantly small-scale dairy holding system. We have done a lot of work on the technology adoption, technological upgradation for the entire value chain, and it will be truly our privilege to support the African countries. I would also say that we are concluding this landmark conference we also recognize that by sharing the knowledge, embracing the innovations, and fostering the partnership, I think we can elevate these systems to the new heights, ensuring the sustainable livelihoods and food security for the millions of people in Africa. Together, we are not just shaping the future of our dairy industries, we are also nurturing a legacy of resilience and prosperity for the generations to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, India. We want to recognize and appreciate the participation of Malawi. The delegation went out of Kigali this morning to have an exchange visit with some of the value chain actors within the dairy sector in Zambia. And they are not yet back, but we appreciate their presence. May we have Jersey Islands.
Honourable Minister, good to see you here today, sir. I was tempted, having stuck rigidly to my 15 British minutes in my presentation, to ask for possibly 2 African minutes to comment here. 6 years ago, almost to the week, 200 metres away, we launched the African Jersey Forum at a regional dairy network conference next door at the Serena Hotel, with the strapline "Appropriate Genetics for Sustainable Dairy in Africa." So I was thrilled when I saw this heading, because we are just one piece of a jigsaw, and you are the rest of that jigsaw. As we were coming out of COVID, my trips to Rwanda were increasing to the extent that I now spend about 20% of my life at Shea Lando Hotel on the other side of Kigali, where I'm known affectionately by the team there as the Jersey Mzungu. Whose meal does that go on? Oh, it's the Jersey Mzungu's meal. Who's come to stay with us this time? Oh, they're friends of the Jersey Mzungu. And I am thrilled to be seen as a Rwandese almost. As we were coming out of COVID, the then Honourable Minister, Dr. Geraldine, decided, rightly or wrongly, to launch a national livestock farmer tagging and cattle tagging and farmer registration campaign. And it made me realise quite what Rwanda is capable of. Within about 9 months, 8-9 months, the team, primarily at RAB and the Minagri, through various technicians in the field, registered over 700,000 cattle keepers and tagged 1.4 million cows, which was a phenomenal achievement. To the extent that when I had a debriefing meeting with Dr. Geraldine, she says, let's talk through. I said 2 words can describe what happened in the last few months: madness, but phenomenal madness. So when I heard that the IDF conference was going to be here, I immediately put up my hand and said, I can help. I can't sponsor the Wi-Fi because my sponsor wouldn't allow that, but I can bring people and I can bring speakers, and I hope that's what I've been able to do to add to this jigsaw puzzle. Moving on, I was trying to think of 2 words that describe the event here over the last few days. I would like to start with inspirational. The second word is transformational, but I think that is going to be up to you and others to implement in the next few years. So I wish you well in your endeavours, and I will be here to be a very small part of your jigsaw. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tom Hambrook from Jersey Islands. May we have USA?
Honorable Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as an African and an American, I stand before you with much pride and joy at this conference. Team Rwanda has made us proud. Rwanda leads in many ways and has led again very, very successfully. And I say thank you for bringing this conference here, for once more showing us the way in Africa. A few comments. Milk, dairy products are brain foods. They are super foods. Let's not trivialize the vital role they play in transforming not just the growth and nutrition of our children, but their cognition and their ability to do well in school and do well in their careers and transform our nations to be leading countries of the world. And I put, please show the previous one. Yesterday, I shared some data that we showed that aflatoxin in milk is not as dangerous as we have always thought it was. And some people asked me for the publication. So the previous slide, please. I have put a QR code so you can just take a picture and download. The previous slide, please. Yes, that's it. So that's the QR code. Just take a picture of that and you will access the publication. But until the authorities come around to understand what we did in this study and show that aflatoxin in milk is not as dangerous as people have thought, we have to comply. We have to comply. To our esteemed farmers who are the reason why we are here, I say thank you. I ask you to do one thing. Focus on increasing productivity per cow to increase your milk production, not cow numbers. To the rest of us in the room, I say burn the fences. Can you go to the next slide, please? The fences that have kept those of us scientists and professors in our ivory towers, where the information we have is not transforming our societies. Let's burn those fences. Those fences that have kept our research and our extension from being siloed and separated and divorced. Let's burn those fences. Those fences that have kept our private sector from being engaged in research and vice versa. Let's burn down those fences. The last thing I would mention is an invitation. I would love, we're hosting the International Silage Conference in Gainesville, Florida, July 20 to 24. We already have a stronger African contingent than ever before in the International Silage Conference, but we even want more of you there. So we'd love to invite you. And I can pledge on behalf of University of Florida that we are here to work with the people of Africa to support this transformation, this improvement of the dairy sector. I want to thank you for the privilege. Once more, Team Rwanda, thank you for doing us proud. Thank you for inspiring us. Thank you for leading the way.
Many thanks. And that has been quite emotional. And thank you very much for that message. May we have, to wrap up the summaries, African Union Inter-African Bureau for Animal Resources. Dr. Saroth Osia.
Your Excellency, Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture and Animal Resources, Rwanda, I speak on behalf of the Director of AU-IBA, Dr. Huyam Salih, who could not be here. I want to start by congratulating Rwanda. You're always a forerunner and a pioneer, and I want to congratulate you very much for a world-class event. You defined yourself some years back, maybe a decade or so, as a dairy sector, as a country with a strong dairy sector. At that time, I thought, oh, is this going to happen? But I have seen it. I have seen it grow, and I have seen it happen, and I know that with the kind of technical leadership, with the kind of ambitious leadership that you have, you will realize this and even become one of the biggest exporters on this continent. In the global context that Africa finds itself, of many shocks and shifts and opportunities, because every time you have a problem, you have an opportunity. African voices, Your Excellency, were heard here. African perspectives and African narratives. I think this is the first time I've heard Africa seriously rise up to own the space of developing its dairy sector. And this is important because the rest of the world must take a diametrically different direction in response to climate change challenges that we have globally. We are part of responding to that, and we shall do it within Africa's realities and Africa's ambitions and objectives. Your Excellency, wonderful voices came from experts, from farmers, from Africans, from other people from around the world as well. We learned many things over here. Your Excellency, now is the time for Africa to own this space, to emerge and position and shape its multi-billion-dollar dairy sector to deliver nutrition, jobs, incomes, businesses, economic growth, climate resilience, and stability. For this to happen, we need both public goods, public investments, public-private partnerships for this to happen. Success, Your Excellency, will be measured as quality, affordable dairy products available for all. That means those with purchasing power, but also those for whom livestock dairy products are necessary and essential, but who cannot at the moment afford them. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister of State, we call on Rwanda to be the champion to make this happen. Your Excellency, AU IBA remains seized upon this matter and a committed partner. Thank you very much.
Many thanks to African Union for that very strong statement. Honorable Minister, sir, I would also like to let you know that this event is being streamed live, and we have thousands of viewers and listeners tuning in and following this event very closely. I would now like to move to the next item. That is the reading of the key actionable items. And I would like the team which has been rapporteuring this event, taking note to come forward to read. Oh, sorry, I'm being corrected. I've jumped. You know, sometimes I want to move a little bit too fast. And yet there is a very, very important person who is supposed to come and give us a 5-minute presentation. In case you do not know Kenya-Rwanda, I would urge you then to pick your translation equipment and have it ready. My apologies is on the program, and my eyes sort of skipped this. Very importantly, we will have a presentation from the chairperson of Inyambo cattle, that's the traditional Rwanda cattle, Mr. Maitre Rutingwa. please come forward and give us your presentation. Meanwhile, the rapporteur team, get ready. Let's welcome him, please. He will take about 4 or 5 minutes.
Asante. Murakoze nyakubahwa Minisitiri w'Ubuhinzi n'Ubworozi kuba munyemereye ko twavuga inka nkuru iduha amata cyane cyane tuganisha ku mata ariyo nyambo niyo yaduhaye amata mbere y'izindi tugenda twunguka kandi dukunda tunakeneye. Inyambo rero ifite amata avuga. Amata yaratutunze tukayanywa ariko yaranabwiraga abanyarwanda akabaha ubutumwa. Amata avuga bayakamaga inka y'umukara mu muhituko w'imvura bakayaha umuhanga uzi kumva iby'amata avuga akayasoma gahoro yumviriza inshuro 3 babyita kubundira inka buriya amata ntibayasogongera ahubwo babundira inka akumva neza icyo ayo mata avuga akabwira abantu baborozi n'abanyarwanda muri rusange niba mu mwaka uzaza hari amapfa kugira ngo bitegure inka nizigisha ntihazagira umwana urwara ubworo cyangwa ngo arware bwaki. Ibyo bakabitegura neza babibwiwe n'ayo mata avuga. Amata avuga rero ubwo iyo yatangaga ubwo butumwa babuteguraga banyujije kuri uru ruganda rwa Kinyarwanda ruri imbere yacu. Nahoze mbivuga ko tutera imbere neza kuva kuri uru ruganda nirwo twari dufite tukajya ku Nyange na Nyagatare n'ahandi. Rwari rugizwe n'abana 3 b'abakobwa, ibikoresho 3, inkongoro, igisabo n'akanoga. Inkongoro niyo yabuganizaga amata mu gisabo, kariya kanoga bagashyiragamo amavuta. Ayo mavuta niyo yabaga ari ukwiteganyiriza kwa wa mwaka amata yavuze ko uzaba urimo ururamba. Uruganda rukaba ruruzuye ku bikoresho 3 n'abana 3. Ayo mavuta agakora igihe inka zagiye mu rugishiro zikazagaruka nta warwaye ubworo cyangwa ngo arware bwaki. Amata avuga kandi yashoboraga kuvuga ubutumwa bufashe ku gihugu. Reka mvuge ayavugaga ku ibwami, aya rubanda nzagira umwanya tuyavugeho nayo. Ruriya n'urukano. Urukano niko batwaraga amata, niko bayagemuraga ava mu nka ajya kwa nyir'urugo cyangwa ajya mu rugo rw'umwami. Ari amata rero yabaga ari ku rukano, inkongoro y'imbere iri imbere ku ruhembe rw'imbere iyo bayishyiragamo amata acagase. Bwabaga ari ubutumwa buvuga ko bagomba kwitonda neza bakareba ikibazo kiri mu nka z'inyambo, uburwayi, iziramburura cyangwa se n'imidugararo yindi itewe n'isazi cyangwa ibindi mu rwuri. Ubwo ni birebire ndagenda mbihina kubera iminota bampaye. Inkongoro yo ku ruhembe rw'ibumoso yasobanuraga neza niba abatware b'umwami barimo guhuzagurika mu bijyanye no kubaha inyambo n'uburyo bwo kuzorora. Wabona ari mwebwe ubwo ngubwo yavugagaho, mwe mushinzwe iby'inka. Ikabwira umwami ko hari ikibazo mu batware b'umwami badafashe neza inyambo. Ibi byose rero byarebwaga n'umukobwa uri ibwami, akaba ari upfundura aya mata akareba ubutumwa burimo akabubwira umwamikazi, umwamikazi agasuzuma niba bari bubwire umwami cyangwa birangiriraho. Inkongoro yo ku mukondo hagati yo yavugaga ku gihugu n'imfizi ndetse n'umwami nyirizina iyo yazagamo amata acagase. Nabyo babisuzumaga gutyo bakaza nanone kubigeza muri buriya buyobozi uko nabubabwiye. Habaga hari umukobwa w'isuri ushinzwe kubireba mbere akaza kubiha umwamikazi. Hari umugereka w'inkongoro y'injome yo yabaga ivuga ko binakomeye byo bitari ikiri kuza gusuzumwa na babandi 2 nababwiye binyuraho baza kubibwira umwami deregite kugira ngo afate icyemezo vuba barebe ibitagenda neza biri mu nka. Ngayo rero amata avuga nuko amata y'inyambo yavugaga agatanga ubutumwa neza kugira ngo abanyarwanda bamenye uko bitegura. Nagira ngo mbashimire sindi bubirambure cyane sinzi niba ntanayirengeje iminota yampaye. Murakoze cyane nyakubahwa Minisitiri w'Ubworozi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maita. It's extremely important that we understand how we used to keep cattle and how we used to process milk right from the beginning. Everything is about the dairy sector. May I now call upon the rapporteurs to come forward. The team of rapporteurs is led by Cynthia Mulindi. We have Dr. Emmanuel Irimaso and Dr. Lauren Ntamu Gamwe. They will be reading out the key actionable items. After that, we need to approve them. So please, you're most welcome.
Thank you. As mentioned, my name is Cynthia Mulindi, and I'm pleased to represent the team of rapporteurs to present the key action items for our conference. Next slide, please. Yes, so we looked at cross-cutting strategic areas of focus. These are themes that were recurring throughout the discussions in the last few days, including fostering global collaboration and partnership to strengthen and transform the dairy sector. We looked at empowering smallholder farmers to maximize the socio-economic impact of the global dairy sector. We looked at advancing the dairy industry through technology and innovation while promoting standards in feeding practices, record keeping, breeding, prevention, and disease control. We looked at the promotion of youth and women engagement in the value dairy chain through inclusive policies and effective implementation. We looked at strengthening public and private partnership and mobilizing financial solutions to de-risk and drive sustainable investment in the dairy sector. We looked at prioritizing dairy access for children and low-income populations to reduce malnutrition, stunting, and improve public health outcomes. We have divided the key actions in three contexts: local, regional, and global. In terms of the local key actions, we looked at to establish structured feed and fodder systems, Ministry of Agriculture to develop and implement a comprehensive national policy that incorporates regular assessment of feed and fodder availability to support strategic planning, informed resource allocation, and sustainable industry growth. Looked at promoting climate-adapted breeds and record keeping, public and private collaboration to promote and support the adoption of high feed conversion, disease-resistant breeds that are suitable to smallholder systems and tropical climates. Look at leveraging digital tools of dairy efficiency, Ministry of Agriculture, to establish and strengthen digital systems like the Cow Call Center to support real-time decision-making and advisory services. Looked at tailoring financial and insurance products for farmers, financial and insurance institutions to develop livestock-specific credit and insurance products with low interest rates and flexible terms to overcome access barriers and improve resilience among dairy farmers and SMEs. We looked at scaling up animal health and husbandry training, Ministry of Agriculture, development partners, and higher learning institutions to expand training for farmers on disease prevention, mastitis control, proper animal welfare, and productivity enhancement to maximize the benefit of dairy programs and improve milk quality. We looked at implementing quality-based milk payment systems, Ministry of Trade and Private Sectors Federation to support the introduction of incentive-based pricing models that reward farmers for producing higher quality milk, encouraging investment in improved practices and better herd management. In terms of the regional key actions, looked at reducing dumping and protect regional markets. Africa Union to develop guidelines for curbing milk dumping, promoting regional production, and ensuring sustainability. We looked at harnessing dairy to end malnutrition and stunting, empowering parliament to align laws and budgets with the Kampala Agreement goals, and invest in inclusive, nutritional focused dairy value chains, including school milk feeding programs to improve access to safe, affordable dairy, reduce malnutrition, especially among children, and strengthen food systems. We looked at enforcing regulatory frameworks across member states, strengthening and harmonizing the registration of veterinary medicine while providing targeted training for farmers and veterinarians on their proper use to prevent misuse and effectively reduce the risk of public health threats like antimicrobial resistance. Looked at adopting the Paris Dairy Declaration, African member states to formally adopt and implement the Paris Dairy Declaration on sustainability, integrating its sustainability metrics into national dairy development frameworks. Last but not least, we looked at promoting cooperative-based dairy development, developing partners to support the production by the masses model by supporting farmer-owned cooperatives with integrated breeding, feeding, and marketing services, particularly for smallholders farmers. At a global scale level, we looked at including youth and women in decision-making. The public and private partnership to ensure inclusive dialogue and global platform that empowers youth, women, and smallholder farmers to contribute to and benefit from sector development. We looked at the advocating for dairy as a core food security solution, reinforcing dairy global contribution to food and nutritional security through IDF, FAO, FAD, and others, to continue to counter anti-dairy narratives with science-based evidence on its health and development benefit. We looked at conserving indigenous breeds by recognizing the cultural and genetic value of native cattle breeds by supporting their conservation and enhancing their dairy productivity through targeted management. We looked at leveraging big data and AI for global dairy monitoring, international organizations such as FAO, IDF in partnership with national government to promote global collaboration on digital herd management system, traceability, and real-time disease surveillance to protect dairy herds and food systems amid growing zoonotic risk. We looked at mobilizing climate financing and green tech partnership, development partners to support access to global climate funds for investment in renewable energy, solar chilling as an example, GHG mitigation, and resilience infrastructure. Thank you.
A very big clap. I think you remain just on the stage here. What we need to do, if we are agreeable to all the key actionable items, I would like us now to sign and say we are agreeable by doing two things. if we believe that these are the key actionable items that have been filtered, let's put up our hands. Mine is already up. So it's passed, it is signed, and now the stamp. I'm going to say approved, and you will say approved more loudly than me. Approved. Oh, no. Approved. Thank you. Thank you very much, rapporteur team. So what we shall do, thank you. Please give them a clap. Thank you. So what we shall do is that we shall share the key actionable items with all of us. You'll have to visit the link that will be shared. I hope we all know the original link for this conference. Yes, sir. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so we will do a quick review, like within 3 days. It won't change much, but a quick review. Some of them need to be actionalized. And, it's a key takeaway for some organizations and, of course, all countries. And would like to be on the same page. So we shall review. By Wednesday, we shall share the draft now. By Wednesday, you give us back a feedback on the review, and then we have a final document. Thank you very much. At this juncture now, I would like to humbly request our guest of honor to come to the podium, but accompanied Okay, before our guest of honor comes, let us have the pleasure of inviting the Deputy Director General, the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources of the Republic of Rwanda, Dr. Solange, to give us remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Moderator. Good afternoon, all. Honorable Minister, mine is just a vote of thanks on behalf of the local organizing committee. First of all, we want to thank very sincerely the International Dairy Federation leadership for trusting Rwanda, for hosting the first ever IDF Dairy Conference Africa. Thank you. Secondly, the local organizing team wishes to appreciate the government of Rwanda through the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources for having fully supported the idea of hosting the conference and co-host jointly together with the Rwanda National Dairy Platform. Thank you once again. Thirdly, we wish to thank participants from 12 countries all over the globe, not only Africa. So Africans and Friends of Africa for having participated, for having engaged. Both from an exhibition standpoint, we have had 18 amazing exhibitors. We appreciate them from various countries, covering Europe, US, and Africa, of course. We want to also thank very sincerely the speakers. One of the challenges we have had in this meeting was to manage a lot of speakers, but yet very meaningful, very powerful. And so this shows how much Africa we have at stake, how much we want to take ownership. I want to quote my sister Sarah. She's so passionate about Africa taking ownership and refusing to be a dump site of those who are giving us fat-packed milk. And so thank you to the speakers, but also speakers wouldn't make sense without the active hearers. So even the hearers, clap for yourselves. Honorable Minister, every day we're leaving this room at past 7 p.m. without rest, without anyone leaving, because everybody was so engaged, and that shows the passion that we have. But we are pleading that we take this very passion back home, and once these recommendations come, we shall everybody do our part. Yesterday, one of the speakers asked us, what are you going to do in your own capacity to change the status quo? So are you ready? What are you tired and sick of? In your whatever capacity you are seated here, what are you going to do differently to take dairy value chain in Africa to the next level? We wish to thank the people who have taken care of our food security, the team that took care of the catering services. I hope we were taken care of. If you agree with me, please clap for them. Let us appreciate the technical team, the lighting, the sound system, the videography, the audiovisual team. You did an amazing job, a very good job. We also wish to thank the translators. It is the first time that I attend a meeting where Kinyarwanda is being translated at international level. So Rwanda is taking another level. Least but not least, very importantly, a very big thank to the farmers. Farmers in the room, clap for yourselves. You have given this conference 3 days of your lives. Farmers are very busy people. They wake up at 3 a.m. to take care of their animals. But the fact that you have given us 3 days of your lives to participate, to engage, shows how serious you are in taking your business endeavors to the next level. I have two important announcements to make. We are closing the 3 days, but we are not closing the conference. As it has been said, tomorrow it is a World Milk Day, which will be celebrated by a panel of women and men coming. And so I was told by the ED of RNDP that women in Rwanda, you need to come in your traditional attire, imishanana. And our guest from outside Rwanda, we shall be having mishanana for you tomorrow. So come ready. Second, for those of you outside Rwanda, and the Rwandans who might have forgotten, tomorrow is a car-free day. Today it was Muganda. Tomorrow is a car-free day. There are going to be some roads closed for the pedestrians to jog around to the town. For those of you in Rwanda, you know the roads that are closed. Just make sure as you come, take alternative roads. And for those of you visiting Rwanda, we shall communicate to you some of the roads that are alternative to come to the venue. Or if we happen to not give it in your inbox, check our Rwanda National Police hashtag. Usually they give us alternative routes. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those very nice remarks and announcement. And just a reminder, tomorrow's events also start at 9 a.m. Am I right? We have to be here before 7? I beg to be corrected on the time for tomorrow's events. 9 a.m. tomorrow's events. Thank you very much. At this juncture now, I would like to invite our Honorable Minister, accompanied by the DDG, the board member of IDF, the representative of the Director General of AU to come forward, and the ED of RNDP to come forward. May I request the DG. Dr. Sarah, please do come forward. May I also request the awards for the exhibitors, exhibitors awards, a protocol to come forward. The awards for the exhibitors, could we have that the items come forward, plus those in protocol, so that we can give out the awards. After the awards, I will then invite the Director General, who will invite the Minister to make his remarks and close the 3-day conference. And also, can we have the exhibitors who will be receiving the awards come closer? Closer, I would prefer the other table so that it's easy for us to come from the other side. The exhibitors who are going to receive the awards, could we have them come closer? No, I don't have them. Exhibitors, please, I would rather you occupy the other tables on my right, so that we can come in a much more orderly manner. You will. Okay, the names. Will I see? Where are the awards? Can it start? Okay.
Issue foods. Call issue food. Yeah.
Okay, let us invite the following to receive their certificates and accompanying small gifts. But before they come in, we sincerely want to appreciate all the organizations, entities that responded positively to give us such beautiful samples and exhibition of what they are doing. We kindly appreciate and sincerely thank you for taking that effort. Can we then start off with the Isho Foods Limited? Representative from Isho Foods, please come forward. All exhibitors, please do come close. We want to make this as quick as possible. Take seats on the right-hand side, but Isho Foods, please come straight. Come close to me. Has defaulted onto a camera. I tried to, it was going, okay. Okay, thanks. I keep on touching. Yes, to receive. So you'll pass. Pass. Okay. Yes.
So call all of them to
okay. Okay. I think to make it faster, can we have all the exhibitors? Can we have Food and Agriculture Organization for the United Nations? That is FAO. Please come. Yes. Yes. Okay. An agrotech, please do come nearer to me. FAO, right here. Agrotech, so that we organize ourselves very well. National Dairy Development Board of India. Promaco, in that order. Promaco. We can just keep on coming this side. Can we have Giribuzima Matimba?
So the others can go the other side.
No, I think we shall just go. We just move. Yeah, we can still continue this side. Can we have the Bank of Kigali? Bank of Kigali. Following Bank of Kigali, can we have Serap Industries Group? Yep, just this way. Serap Group. Okay. Nyanza Milk Industry. So we can start with those. Let's finish that part. You go forward. Start with Ishio. Then FAO, then Agrotech. Then I'll call the rest as he's giving.
Call upon the minister.
Yeah, now you have to. Yeah, no, what? Don't worry. Now you just walk to the minister. Yes, just walk to the minister. Okay. Can we have Ishio Foods? Go and receive your award. Please proceed to your award. Yeah. Yeah, start with
Start
Ishio.
again by calling.
Sorry?
Start again by
Can
calling.
you this thing also folded? Okay. Ishio Foods. Thank you very much. FAO. Thank you very much. Agrotech. Shortly. Thank you. National Dairy Development Board of India. Next is Promaco East Africa Limited. You are Nyanza? Bank of Kigali, okay. We have Giribuzima Matimba. Bank of Kigali. gani? Bank. After that, we have Serap Industry Group. Can we have the following coming forward? Nyanza Milk Industry, Africa Jersey Forum, Nyange Dairies, Gishwati Farm, Ingabo Dairy. Let's do this quickly. Zirakamwa Meza, Prognosis Biotech SA, Agiragiritereka, Mahoko, Heifa International, and Sarura Agrovet Services. So Nyanza Milk Industry goes in next. Nyanza Milk Industry.
After Gishwat is who?
After
Gishwat is
finished. Gishwat is in Gabo.
Yeah,
But have we finished Nyanza? Africa Jersey Forum. Africa Jersey Forum. Then in Nyanje. Here. Africa Jersey Forum. Africa Jersey Forum. Thank you very much. Inyanje Dairies. Inyanje.
Who is next after
After Inyanje.
Who is next after Jersey?
After Jersey is Inyanje.
Okay.
Inyanje we have? Well, who is the representative? Okay, let's first move on to Gishwati Farm. Gishwati Farm, it's not here. Can we have Ingabo Dairy? Ingabo Dairy. After Ingabo Dairy, can we have Zirakamwa Meza? After Zirakamwa, can we have Prognosis Biotech SA? Next is Agiragitereka Mahoko. Then we have Haifa International. Haifa International. Haifa International. And then we have Sarura Agrovet Services Limited.
Are they done?
Yeah, done.
Then there are other global planners, global planners.
I'm informed global planners, please come forward. It's a special award.
Yeah.
Special award to global planners. The organizers and event managers. We thank you very much. Please give them a round of applause. Please come. Oh, they are a big team. This is? Which? That's all. We are done.
No, in Nyanza.
Nyanza. Nyanza Industries. And that's all? Okay.
We have a surprise for Mr. Aryong. Of course, he cannot announce his own award. Do we all agree that Mr. Aryong did a great job? Did we? Very good. So, he was a man of power and might. He would entertain us, he would make us sometimes like a football court. No, it was like Brazilian fun. What was it? When we moved the back and forth. And so he was very creative to keep us engaged. And I think he really deserves a warm and thunderous round of applause. So, Honorable Minister, we humbly request that you give him a certificate of appreciation. And the representative of AU AIBA will open it. We give him the gift. Just wait. And because he fell in love with our traditional cattle in Nyambo, that's another present for you. This one. This is for you too. Yes.
I'm just holding it for
So, it's an encyclopedia about everything about Nyambo, how they talk, how their milk talks. So, in your leisure time, on your way back on the flight, please enjoy the reading and fall in love with the Nyambo cattle. Congratulations and a very good job for keeping us engaged. Thank you.
Okay.
But I can help you.
I'm overwhelmed with the appreciation, and thank you very much. We have a gift from the India Dairy Board to the Honorable Minister. The organizing committee. Okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate the gift from the India Dairy Board. Okay. Okay. And also from the organizing committee of this conference, Mr. Minister, sir, Honorable Minister, sir, there's another gift for you to be presented to you from the organizing committee. Honorable Minister, sir, the participants of this conference are eager to hear from you and listen to your wise counsel. And afterwards, you'll be at liberty to declare this particular 3-day conference closed. Mr. Minister, sir, Honorable Minister, sir, you are most welcome to make your remarks.
I think it's the moderator who said that I'm overwhelmed. I'm also a bit overwhelmed. I didn't expect the surprises of gifts. Nevertheless, thank you so much. Leadership of International Dairy Federation, the African Union representative, development partners, esteemed government officials from Rwanda and from other countries in our presence, distinguished participants, our special guests in our midst, the farmers, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is indeed a pleasure for me and an honor to join you today as we conclude this important conference. The International Dairy Federation Regional Dairy Conference for Africa, held here in Kigali under the theme Sustainable Dairy for Prosperous Africa. I normally don't like closing important events like this. I always want to start them. Nevertheless, I started with you in action, but physically absent. I have been able to follow through the discussions, the insights, and I took time to search, to understand sustainable dairy for prosperous Africa, what it means. When the team was presenting the resolutions and the recommendations of the conference, I was able to get the answer. This year's closing is particularly very special as it coincides with the World Milk Day, celebrated globally on June 1st. And so, though today is not first, in practice the conference is ending tomorrow. And so, this day, the World Milk Day is very special. And when it was established by Food and Agriculture Organization, the importance was to recognize how important milk is as a global food. Actually, people have joked before that milk is not a drink, milk is food. I think those who are in the room, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. And for those who don't understand it, probably let me explain it. I think it's not in the definition, in the dictionary, but I think I want to explain it to think that milk is not a drink, it is food. So for those who clapped, they understand what I mean. So let me explain, maybe I'll get everyone to clap. I think it's one of the liquid form that you can drink for as long as you want without eating any solid object. And you will be healthy and strong. Still, some people have not clapped. I lived with my parents. They could spend a week, 2, without eating solid food, but milk. Again, some few people did not clap. I lived in a community where they could not access milk, but whenever someone falls sick, they would do anything they could to get a small quantity of milk for the sick person. Some people are still stubborn. I've seen doctors prescribing that take a lot of milk to gain nutrients for you to heal for certain diseases, to recover. If you want to go to another agenda item of the day, you better clap, because that is how important milk is. But I'm just adding my voice to what has been said in this conference. And I think there's no doubt that milk is very important as essential for nutrition, economic development, sustainable food systems in our continent and beyond. The theme for the conference and the spirit of World Milk Day are deeply interconnected. Sustainable dairy, prosperous Africa, and the spirit of having milk. Sustainability in the dairy sector is not a luxury, but a necessity. It's not only for protecting our environment, but also for fostering economic transformation, public health, and social inclusion. Our collective ability to build a prosperous Africa is closely tied to how we manage and modernize our agri-food systems. And in fact, dairy lies at the heart of the effort. Now, when I said I don't want to close conferences and meetings, it's because it's very hard to mention a phrase that has not been mentioned. And so I'm about to stop using my notes, and I'll be able to speak my heart. So as we move on to the close of this conference, and I use that because I know there are some few activities planned for tomorrow, let me also add my voice to Solange and others to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the International Dairy Federation, to all technical and institutional partners, to every delegate, and especially to the local organizing committee who contributed to the success of this conference. From what I've seen on social media, on videos, and the feedback I've been getting, it is been a successful conference. Thank you so much. For every participant, your presence and active engagement reflect a growing continental commitment to transform dairy from subsistence activity, or maybe a hobby, into a driver of rural development, youth empowerment and women empowerment, nutrition, food security, climate resilience, I can go on and go on and on. But it's also an aspect of evidence that we are yearning, we are struggling, we desire to take the dairy sector to another level. To our esteemed speakers, panelists, researchers, and industry experts, thank you very much for your rich contribution. You are so generous and patient. We appreciate your contributions. You have shared valuable insights on critical topics. Several of them, I cannot outline them. And we are going to pretend that we came here not knowing anything, but we have left knowing everything. Ladies and gentlemen, the African dairy sector stands at a turning point. As our population grows and urbanize, the demand for safe and affordable dairy products continues to rise. Yet we are also challenged by several challenges and the constraints that were discussed during this conference. Thank you for having managed to come up with recommendations to address them. Here in Rwanda, we have seen how policy-driven investments, stakeholder coordination, and innovation can enhance milk production, improve safety and quality, empower smallholder farmers. We are on the journey. We know where we want to be. We need everyone to get there. Through initiatives like One Cow Per Family, national milk hygiene campaigns, and strategic public-private partnerships, we are working to ensure that every drop of milk adds value to our people's health, to our people's income, and to our national economy. It is a shared commitment from the government of Rwanda, and we believe we shall be able to get there. However, Rwanda cannot achieve this alone. Of course, we need markets, we need technologies, we need so many other things. Nor should any single country pretend to be able to do it alone. So the transformation of Africa's dairy sector requires all of us to act across the borders, to act now, and to act together. If you want to imagine what our sister Sarah said on day one, how she was mapping, she took us on a journey from the globe to the continent to your respective country. She told us regions, even at the continent, where we have more milk and others do not have milk. So that is what we think, that working together, you could do what you want to do, but still the sector, the dairy sector at the continent will be able to prosper. I've visited countries that imports 100% of their forage, but they are self-sustainable in terms of dairy products. So if your country is not able to produce any or play along the entire value chain of dairy or of livestock, worry not. Just focus on where you have competitive advantages, but still, dairy products will reach your household. But that only is possible if you work together. Ladies and gentlemen, today, as we celebrate the World Milk Day, let us join our hands and honor the millions of dairy farmers, processors, the vets, the traders across the continent and the globe who keep waking up every day to nourish our communities. I think during the conference, people have spoken a lot about interconnectivity of the value chain, the entire value chain. And that's probably what I'm trying to emphasize, that you take out one component of the value chain, you can as well take the rest. Let us also recommit to build dairy sector that is resilient, climate smart, gender responsive, inclusiveness in terms of youth and women, a sector that feeds our people and sustains our planet. I wish to take this moment and probably put across a call for action. I want to call upon all participants. Luckily, we have everyone in the room. From the governments, academia, development partners, the private sector, to continue this dialogue beyond Kigali. Let us build a resilient dairy system that serves both farmers, consumers, and all other stakeholders, anchored in science, sustainability, and equity. Let me encourage all of us. When I said let us pretend that we didn't know anything when we came, but now we know everything. Moreover, it has been documented for our team that we are taking note of what you should go home with. Even if you had forgotten to write anything, they are going to send it to you. And they are going to send it to you not physically that it can disappear or get lost. It will be in your inbox. So ladies and gentlemen, we have no choice. We have no excuse. We have no any further pretense to live here and go and act. So that when we meet again next year in March, you have results to show. You have work to show. Because that is the implementation of those beautiful recommendations that we all voted in for, that will transform and change what we want to do. On that note, those who are part of the team that I lead, so if you are here and you are from Rwanda and you are in Rwanda, next week we have a meeting to draw implementation roadmap from those recommendations for action. So DG Solange and DG Jean-Claude, they will send out an invitation. Please, we are going to meet in Kigali. I will chair the meeting because it's central to all districts. But all members or participants in this conference, please, you are invited. Those who did not make it, encourage them to come. What we are going to do is to discuss a roadmap for our dairy sector. It is ours. And for development partners, they have given us some resources. We have some of it. Come, we agree which recommendation is a priority. We are attach the budget and move. And for some speakers and participants that you were very resourceful, I'm told about 3. Your travels have been changed. So you have to stay and join us to design what to implement. You know who I'm talking about. I will not mention the names. If you want, I can. But on a very serious note, I want to encourage that for all participants. Let not this be any other usual conference. This is not a tourist event. You came here, you paid money, you left your families. It's because you have the love and desire to take this sector to another level. The theme of the conference was big enough to accommodate everyone. So even if you are big like for my brother Nigeria, it is big because it is for prosperity of Africa. So Africa is bigger than Nigeria. So even you are included, right? Or DRC or other person. So when I said I want to speak my heart, if there's any resolution that you think is political, is theoretical, is a bit fashionable but not impactful to take our sector to another level, please delete it when they send it to provide your input. What you want is action. Because here, when I was following day 1 and day 2, no one disagreed that genetics is important, right? No one disagreed that feeding and water supply is a challenge. No one disagreed that farm management and extension services is important. So if they are, and no one said that this should be, it's very hard for Africans. Everyone said it is within our means, right? Even the African Union confirmed it, right? So if it is practical and possible, I want to encourage everyone, by the power you gave me to close this conference, that also you commit to implement what we have agreed here. So finally, as I conclude, allow me to thank the organizing committee once again and the local and international partners, interpreters. We tend to forget them because they are in their box and locked up. Thank you so much for struggling with, I imagine, some of the scientific terms and in Kinyarwanda and the English. I think it was a hard job for you. Thank you so much, interpreters, and all supporters. The support team who made this event successful, thank you so much, we appreciate. And this is going to be the end, but the beginning of a strong ties. I mean it, stronger ties. If you have seen something working in India or in Rwanda or in Kenya, it's very, very hard for a conference like this, that's so packed like this, to go away with everything. My recommendation, pick 2, 3 things, run with them, get them done. When you are ready, visit others. In other words, we are all here for a good reason. Pick a partner, a stakeholder, a country that is ahead of you, and initiate the dialogue, initiate the discussion, and allow the transfer of technology and solutions across the continent. I want to take this opportunity to wish everyone safe travels back home to your respective countries. I also want to ask that if you don't have very burning priorities back home, take some time to visit other parts of Rwanda and drink some bit of Inyambo milk. I look forward to meeting you, many of you, again, as we continue building a thriving and inclusive and a future-ready sector in Africa, but most importantly, in your respective country, but particularly in your respective household. The issues we are talking about of stunting, they are not at the continent. They are in your home, or your cousin's home, or your sister's home, or your mother's home. So we need to act from the households to the community. Hey, to the community, I'm serious. If you have discovered a variety of some fodder, please don't fence your home. Okay, fence it for safety, but leave a small door for others to learn and be able to learn and be able to do it better. So this journey, this discussion is not for the country you come from or for Africa. It is for everyone, from the household to the community, the cooperative, to the country, and that's how together we are going to make a difference. At this note, therefore, I wish to thank you for listening to me. I want to wish you a happy World Milk Day. You can drink as much milk as you can. And I'm not very excited, but I will do it, to declare this conference officially closed. Thank you very much.
Please join in the dance. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Let's stand up and join in the dance. Let's stand up.